Hello pupils, welcome back to our first class here for this week. Today we'll study in English the personal pronouns. I repeat, the personal pronouns. En français, on appelle ça les pronoms personnels. What is the function of a personal pronoun? The personal pronoun replaces a noun. I repeat, a personal pronoun replaces a noun. Quel est le rôle d'un pronom personnel? Un pronom personnel, il remplace un nom. Let's divide your copybook into two parts. We have the subjective part, okay? We have the subjective part, and then we have the objective part, which means you have to fold your copybooks into two equal parts. The first column is the subjective part, and the second one is the objective part. En français, on appelle ça le côté subjectif. Subjectif veut dire le côté qui fait l'action. Sujet vient du mot sujet. Et le sujet se met toujours devant le verbe. Et la deuxième colonne, c'est the objective part, which means le côté objectif, c'est celui qui subit l'action. Je répète, le côté objectif, c'est celui qui subit l'action. Alors, you do remember about the pronouns that you have learned earlier. Here we have I as subjective pronoun, I, and the objective one becomes me. I, me. You, stay you. You is you. What about he? He is the subjective personal pronoun. He, when it is objective, becomes him. What about she? She becomes her. She becomes her as an objective personal pronoun. It remains it. I repeat, it remains it. We have we. We is us as an objective personal pronoun. The subjective one is we and the objective one is us. You remains you. They is a subjective and the objective here is them. They become them. Now let's learn when to use the subjective form and the objective form. Let's have a recap. We have I becomes me, you, he, him, she, her, it, we, us, you, and they become them. Now let's learn more about the subjective personal pronouns and the objective personal pronouns. The subjective personal pronouns like I, he, she, we, they, here you are. These are the subjective personal pronoun, that is the first column, okay, are put just before a verb. I repeat, the subjective personal pronouns like I, he, she, we, they are put just before a verb. What is a verb, children? You remember I told you a verb is an action. A verb is an action. And here we have some action verbs. Example of some verbs, which call them the action verbs. We have the verb to do, to play, to come, to sing, to cross. We have others, to swim, to dive. Okay, all these are action verbs. It means, that is the subjective personal pronoun, it means these personal pronouns which are mentioned here, which are I, he, she, we, they, are doing the actions. They are doing the actions. Since they are doing the actions, they are put before the verb. I repeat, since I, he, she, we, they, which we call the subjective personal pronouns, they are doing the actions, they are put before the verb. Here is an example. Let's read it. He, him, here you have a blank, talks to mother. I repeat, he, him, talks to mother. You see the verb is talks. Talks is an action verb. And where is the blank? The blank is before the verb. The verb is here. The blank is here. The blank is before the verb. And what you have to choose, is it he or him? And you see here in the column that he is a subjective personal pronoun. Therefore, the answer is he. Therefore, you have to put he here because he is a subjective personal pronoun which is doing the action and which is found just before the verb. He talks to mother. I repeat, he talks to mother. Now let's see the objective personal pronouns. I repeat, objective personal pronouns are put just after a verb. Objective personal pronouns are put just after a verb. Example, Paul likes us. Why I have choose us? Because you see here, this is a verb and the blank which is here is found after the verb. I repeat, this is a verb. Paul is doing the action. Paul likes us. Us is an objective personal pronoun because it is found after the verb. The verb is like, the blank is found after, therefore we put us. Let's see more examples, okay, and then I will give you the homework. Fill in the blanks with the correct words from those given in brackets. I repeat, fill in the blanks with the correct words from those given in brackets. I, me, choose a big book. I repeat, I, me, choose a big book. Here you have a choice to make between I and me. First of all, you have to look for the verb. First of all, you have to look for the verb. Alors, il faut en premier lieu chercher le verbe. Et je vous ai dit, le verbe, c'est l'action. I repeat, I, me, choose a big book. Children, where is the verb? Where is the verb? You're right. Choose is a verb. Choose is a verb, okay? And where is found the blank? The blank is found before the verb. The blank is found before the verb, which means that you have to choose a subjective form because the subjective form is doing the action. And which one is the subjective form? Indeed, it is I. I is a subjective form, isn't it? It is on the subjective column. Therefore, the answer is I choose a big book. I choose a big book. Okay, you have to identify the verbs. Let's move to B now. Paul talks to, we have two choices here, us or we. Paul talks to. First of all, you have to look for the verb. En premier lieu, il faut chercher le verbe. Cherchons les verbes ensemble, les enfants. You're right. Talks is the verb. Talks is the verb. And where is the blank? You can see the blank is after the verb. The blank is after the verb. Therefore, it cannot be a subjective personal pronoun. It cannot be in this column. It has to be the objective one. And the objective one is not we, but it is us. You remember? I told you that we is a subjective and us is an objective because we put the objective here because it is after the verb. Paul talks to us. Paul talks to us. Let's move to C now. Blank. They, them, took her, she to the hospital. I repeat, they, them, took her, she to the hospital. Be careful here. You have two blanks. You have to identify first the verb. Let's look for the verb first, children. You're right. Took is the verb. It is the past tense of verb to take. Remember, vérifiez de votre photocopie, là où je vous ai donné the past tense of verbs, you will see that took is a past tense. Therefore, you write verb on the word took. We'll work for this one first. This blank is found before the verb. This blank is found before the verb. Therefore, we have to use the, which is a subjective personal pronoun. Okay, they took. Now, you see this blank? They took this blank, which is here, is found after the blank, the verb. I repeat, the blank which is here is found after the verb. And here you have to choose the objective form because the objective form must be put after the verb. And the objective form here is her. Okay? They took her to the hospital. They took her to the hospital. I give you some homework, D, E, F, G, H, which you have to do on your own.